Hello and a very warm welcome to Rajya Sabha Television. You're watching Verdict 2016 with me, Frank Pereira. Here are today's Verdict headlines. Nearly 80% polling in Phase 3 of West Bengal's elections. Sporadic incidents of violence mar polls in 62 seats. Nominations to begin for assembly elections in Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Puducherry single-phase polling to be held on May 16th. BJP releases vision document for Tamil Nadu, promises conduct of Jallikattu and implementation of prohibition. And the DMK moves National Human Rights Commission on allegation of gross human rights violations in Jayalalitha's election campaign. Well, let's begin with news from West Bengal. Nearly 80% polling has been reported in the third phase in West Bengal, where 62 seats went to polls. The polling was marred by sporadic incidents of violence. Let's take a look now at how West Bengal voted in the third phase.
An impressive turnout in the third phase of elections in West Bengal.
At 5 p.m., the figure reported to us by the CEO is 79.22% voter turnout.
There were sporadic incidents of violence reported, including the killing of a CPIM worker. There were also incidents of crude bomb hurling and clashes between rival political parties.
Few cases of throwing of crude bombs were also reported, and it was reported that some of the political party supporters were injured. In all the cases, FIR has been lodged against the culprits, and many of those culprits have been apprehended. Investigations are going on, and very soon we'll be, I'm sure that everybody would be apprehended.
Heavy turnout of 81.62% was recorded in 17 seats of Nadia, 79.29% in 22 seats of Murshidabad and 78.26% in 16 seats of Burdwan. However, the 7 constituencies of northern Kolkata registered only 57.05% votes. 62 constituencies went to vote in this phase. In the 2011 assembly polls, the voter turnout stood at 84.83%, while it was 81.80% in the 2014 Lok Sabha polls in the constituencies, which went to polls on Thursday. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, joining me for a chat now to talk about the third phase of polling is Mahua Chatterjee of the Times of India. Mahua, welcome. Thank you for joining me on the program. You know, almost 80% voter turnout in the third phase of polling as well. It was expected because West Bengal, as on the whole, has been voting.
High.
It's always high. But, sporadic incidents of violence that marred the third phase, that was something new. It was not there in the first and second phase. But this also is not something new to West Bengal politics.
But I'll tell you what, actually in the violence is not new to West Bengal politics, but it goes on throughout the year. But these, the violence specifically during polling time, that has been, if I can remember well, has been pretty low last time and the last 2 or 3 times. This has really gone up this time, this violence during polling, So, and third phase, I mean, though it's actually the fourth phase.
Yes.
I remember taking this last time also.
Part 1A and Part 1B.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It's 4 phases of polling is done. So in all the 4 phases, except for the first one, I think,
there have been small instances like this.
Yes. There have been incidents, and this is a bit of a different picture from the rest of the times.
One of the reasons...
And that too happening in the urban areas, which is unusual.
One of the reasons why the polls were staggered in so many phases, technically 7 phases, is so as to ensure that, polling goes on smoothly and no such incidents were reported. But in spite of that, this has happened. Can we expect, this to happen in the 4th, 5th and 6th phases as well?
I think it's only going to go up. Because obviously the central forces are not able to or are not controlling the violence that is happening. Something somewhere is amiss, and the fact that, you know, last time the writing on the wall was pretty much there. You knew that you know, it was a transition, and the left is almost set to lose, and Trinamool was taking over, and that process had already been understood and was being just facilitated through the election for some reason. I mean, I was there for about 1.5 months around
Yes.
the last assembly election, so I can tell you this. But this time, the violence obviously indicates that, you know, it's a very tough fight, and the ruling party, which is Trinamool Congress, is feeling the heat, which is why the retaliation is happening. Also, it also proves the fact that CPM, which was down and out the last time when they were losing, has somehow regained some strength on the ground, as they say, to fight back.
Indeed.
So therefore the clashes.
You know, they might not win a majority this time around, but at least they could make Mamta a little uncomfortable and
According to me, it's
uneasy.
anybody's game even now.
Okay. Let's move on and talk about another aspect now. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed election rallies in Howrah district and Basirhat in North 24 Parganas. Now, addressing a rally in Basirhat, Modi slammed the Mamata Banerjee-led TMC government, saying that she had neglected development in the state. The Prime Minister also claimed that even though then the BJP has only one MLA at present in the seat, the TMC is asking what the party had done in the state.
5 साल इस अमावस्या की काली रात को आपने झेला है। अगर आपको पश्चिम बंगाल में विकास का सूरज लाना है, तो कमल खिलाने के बिना कोई चारा नहीं मेरे भाइयों बहनों, कमल खिलाने के बिना कोई चारा नहीं।
You know, Mawa, Narendra Modi seems to be the star campaigner of the BJP in West Bengal. I mean, why is it so? Is it because they can't really propel a state name in the state to try and push the person forward, or does the BJP rely too heavily on the Prime Minister?
No, in fact, the BJP this time had taken a very conscious decision to not use Narendra Modi so much. I mean, of course, use him. He still continues to be BJP's star campaigner.
Yes.
All over the country. There's no doubt about that.
And he still manages to draw the crowds, as we are seeing from the visuals.
The crowds, the energy levels that he used to have during his pre-campaign for the 2014 days doesn't seem to be down when he is speaking at these assembly poll rallies also. But the point is, yes, West Bengal, BJP has, I mean, the last leader of the Jan Sangh, so to say, in West Bengal was Shama Prasad Mukherjee,
Yes.
the founder. After that, they've not had any BJP, I mean, Jan Sangh or BJP leader really from, I mean, West Bengal. They don't have faces, which is why they are, you know, the only two faces that you, during these elections that you hear of from the BJP camp is that of Rupa Ganguly and,
Yes.
you know, so they are people who are known because of their popularity in films and entertainment. And those are the faces that BJP is using. So BJP doesn't really have faces. They have had a problem about this. Also, you know, when it comes to politics, you have to have dominant Bengali faces to your with your party. The you know, the party in West Bengal is also does not constitute so much of the Bengali speaking population. Rather, it has you know, more people or more office bearers, more workers from
Yes.
the.
You know, and that goes for the other states as well. You need strong regional leaders to propel the party at the
Lots of
state
states
level.
where
Yes,
BJP
yes.
has traditionally not been strong.
Yes.
So, see, it's a good thing. Even when BJP is not strong in a state, the level of visibility that BJP is getting because of a Modi rally or because of, you know, so that eventually in the long run somewhere as a national party, it counts.
Yes.
It's going to, if it doesn't work today, it will probably come in handy for BJP in 2019 when you are voting for, when the state will be voting for a Lok Sabha.
Indeed.
So everything is not related to how many seats you're going to get in this assembly elections as far as BJP is concerned.
Yes, sure, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. You know, talking about Rupa Ganguly, there was a TMC leader who had some rather crude things to say about her, and the Election Commission has lodged an FIR against Abdul Razak Mullah for allegedly using derogatory language against this particular BJP candidate in West Bengal. This comes after a show cause notice was issued against him. Now, he later apologized for his remarks. Here's a report. A senior Trinamool Congress leader, Abdul Razak Mullah, who made a series of derogatory statements against actor-turned-politician Rupa Ganguly at an election rally on Wednesday, has apologized for the remarks.
Rupa Ganguly, I am really sorry for making any remark for her personal life. I am repented. I unconditionally I begged apology to her and to the people of West Bengal.
During a rally in West Bengal undergoing a 6-phase assembly election, Mullah said he knew the length of the cigarettes Ganguly smokes and that she really is Draupadi. Rupa Ganguly is known for her role as Draupadi in B.R. Chopra's television serial Mahabharat. She is contesting on a BJP ticket in the West Bengal polls from Howrah.
Nobody should pass any comment, derogatory comment against any women. That is not the Indian culture. And if he did all this, then that is his changing, remaining with the TMC.
The apology from Mullah came after the Election Commission issued a show cause notice against him for the statements. Ganguly, an award-winning actor, had joined the Bharatiya Janata Party in 2015. She, however, refused to comment on Mullah's apology.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी के सारे लीडर जो निर्णय लेंगे वो लेंगे हमको ये सब इनका डायलॉग उनका बाजी बेकार सी बातें कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता हमारे पास इतना वक्त जाया करने के लिए वक्त नहीं है
Mullah has been fielded by the TMC from Bhangar Assembly constituency in South 24 Parganas district. He had been issued a similar notice earlier too and even issued a censure by the poll panel for violating the Model Code of Conduct. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha Television. And I'm going to take this to Mahua now, and this is another aspect that we've seen, this this nasty sort of politics that has come out, and this is something that can possibly avoid it. I mean, it happens during campaigning and electioneering, but yes, the heat of the moment. But this was uncalled for, wasn't it?
Completely. I mean, this shows whenever this happens, even if it's on the heat of the moment, it brings out the fact that somewhere, whoever is saying this, somewhere deep down in their minds, this is how their this is what the mindset is. This is how the mind works. There is what should I say? A feudal sort of a mindset about women somewhere. It's unfortunate. I don't know how long, how many years it will take, but it happens. It's. I mean. So we've become sort of cynical, about it. We brush it away. We don't. I'm glad that it's become an issue. I'm glad that it's become an issue, and I saw this. This had happened yesterday. So I also, watched last night when this was playing out on television in Bangla television channels, and I liked the way at least Rupa handled it. Because she did exactly what, I mean, it was a dignified way to handle it, one, and the other thing is the right kind of reaction also came to it. I mean, if she had not handled it that way, if it had gotten into a, bitter battle between the two of them, then Mullah wouldn't have apologized.
Yes. Yes.
So it left him with no choice, actually. The other interesting part is, I don't know whether you noticed that, but Biman Bose, when he was talking about Mullah, he did try to mention a fact that, this is his changed personality. It's unfortunate it's a changed personality. He was making his political point. That's because Abdul Razak Mullah has been a senior member of the CPM for years and years and
Yes,
years.
yes.
And he's been a very talked about member. During the Singur and Nandigram days, he was one of those members of the party senior people in the party who went against the Buddhadev Bhattacharya line, and the result today is his falling out and joining Trinamool Congress and contesting on a Trinamool Congress ticket. But Biman Bose didn't let go the opportunity to tell you that, he probably wouldn't have been the same man if he were in the earlier party.
Yes, indeed. All right, Mahua, we'll have to leave to that. Thank you so much for joining us on the program and putting things into perspective for us. Well, nominations will begin now with the issue of notification for assembly polls in Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Puducherry. Single-phase polling will be held on May 16th for the 234-member Tamil Nadu Assembly, 30-member Puducherry Assembly and 140-member Kerala Assembly. Last date for filing of nominations is April 29th. The scrutiny will take place on April 30th. Last date for withdrawal is May 2nd, while counting of votes will take place on May 19th. Well, it's time for a short break now, but we'll get you news from the other poll-bound states on the other side. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You're watching Rajya Sabha Television. Let's now get in news from Tamil Nadu. Well, the BJP has released its election manifesto in Tamil Nadu. The party has promised Jallikattu and the implementation of prohibition. They have also promised waiver of all loans availed by farmers in their manifesto. Towing the line of Dravidian majors AIADMK and DMK, the party promised imposition of prohibition and freebies of 8-gram gold to eligible women in the below poverty line category for marriage. Taking a cue apparently from the DMK, the party said that it would waive all loans availed by farmers and assured a separate budget for agriculture and Lokayukta to end graft. Union Minister and senior BJP leader Nitin Gadkari released the party manifesto labelled as vision document in the presence of state leaders led by Tamil Nadu Party Chief Tamil Sai Soundarajan. Well, two men who attended Tamil Nadu Chief Minister and AIADMK Chief J. Jayalalitha's election meeting in Salem on Wednesday died. Police identified the deceased as 55-year-old Pachiannan and 65-year-old Periyasamy. Pachiannan died of sunstroke while Periyasamy died due to a stampede. A similar incident had taken place at another of Jay's rallies in Kudalur earlier this month. Meanwhile, the DMK called the death as a human rights violation and demanded the Election Commission to take action against the AIADMK. The Dravidian party also said that they would file a case in the matter.
Nothing but human rights violation. I don't know how the Election Commission is allowing this. We are going to take it to the matter to the human rights bodies and to the High Court of Chennai, Madras. We are planning to file a suit against this. This party has no authority to make people suffer and kill people.
Meanwhile, the DMK has moved the National Human Rights Commission against the AIADMK. The party moved the rights watchdog over gross violation in Chief Minister Jayalalitha's election campaign. The DMK requested the NHRC to take notice of alleged gross violations in the election campaign of the AIADMK Supremo. In his petition to the NHRC chairman, Justice H.L. Datu, DMK Organization Secretary R.S. Bharti alleged there were gross human rights violation in the election rallies held by Jayalalitha so far. Well, the AIADMK is going all out to promote its achievements on social media. The party has been giving its cadre special training to spread party's success on social media platforms to lure young and new voters. Opposition parties, however, are calling it a gimmick. Special training is being given to AIADMK party workers at the party's Coimbatore office. They are being taught how to promote the party's accomplishments on social media platforms. The party's website has also been revamped where the accomplishments of the government are explained in detail.
A free laptop scheme, free mixie grinders, and then around 4 lakh to 5 lakh people are employed in the government sector for the past 5 years. And also we have eradicated the family rule in Tamil Nadu. We are going to campaign for Amma in various aspects. One with respect to the public sector, how we have provided the roads. I think Tamil Nadu is one of the best in this country.
Coimbatore is a stronghold of the AIADMK. In the 2011 assembly elections, the party managed to secure 8 out of the 10 seats in the district. The DMK won Sulur assembly seat while Valparai went to the left. The AIADMK also won the Coimbatore, Puducherry and Nilgiri Lok Sabha seats of this district. Party workers are hopeful that the party will do better than the last elections this time around.
Food, Amma Unavakam, that's a main top-coming thing now, talking around all over the world actually. Other country peoples are also willing to establish our plan in their own countries. For graduation, she's providing an amount and 8 grams she's providing. And also for every student's laptops. So for educational purpose, she's giving us more opportunities.
The BJP's Tamil Nadu State Unit's Vice President Vandati Srinivasan is also in the fray, trying her luck in the district. She has called the AIADMK social media promotion a propaganda.
Coimbatore city, roads are very bad condition, drainage are very worst condition, water distribution is very worst, electricity is very worst. Our small scale and total industries are very suffering here because of short electricity power. Ruling party, no concentration to Coimbatore last 5 years.
The CPIM and DMK have joined the BJP in describing the AIADMK's promotion on social media propaganda as well. However, it remains to be seen what kind of an impact this promotion on social media is going to have on the final outcome of the polls. From Coimbatore with camera person Junaid Iqbal, Sanjay Kumar for Rajya Sabha Television. Well, the silk industry in Kanchipuram is facing a huge challenge, mainly from mass-produced Palum products and cheap silk products dumped by China. The industry is hoping to extract some electoral promises during these elections, but so far not many parties have shown much inclination to help. Here's more.
The home of the Kanjivaram sari, South India's answer to the Banarsi silk saris of North India. With prices ranging from 1,000 rupees to 1.5 lakh each, Kanjivaram saris are treasured for their own unique charm and style.
My mother is coming from past 35 years for purchasing saris and all. Here only we are coming from Tanuku, West Godavari district, Andhra Pradesh.
Famous for centuries as Kanjivaram, today the place is known as Kanchipuram. The sari making tradition is handed down for generations. Silk, yarn, silver and gold zari all go into knitting the saris on handloom devices.
The saris are very historical saris. This is all own manufacturing by man. It is not a powerloom saris, hand making saris. Nowadays the powerloom has coming and demanding the Kanjivaram saris. But the old mans and the old culture peoples are also nowadays they are working hard to establish the saris in the world.
The border and the pallav are woven separately with the body of the sari with the technique known as korvai. A lot of skill goes into creating a Kanchipuram sari that stands out for knotting and interlocking techniques. All of this is under threat.
The foreign countries coming and they are taking the labors from our Kanchipuram. This is old historical manufacturing, but it is going down, very down. The peoples, they are making the peoples to come that factories, and for their own purpose, they are exporting that, they are taking our wealth.
Interestingly, unlike other states that complain of outsiders taking away their jobs, here in Kanchipuram, the sari makers are actually grateful to the workers who come from states like Bihar, UP and Madhya Pradesh. If they do have complaints, it is with their own state government that is falling short in providing subsidy for raw materials.
The sari price is very high. If we are producing the original silk saris, then it will cost more. The people, the middle class families will not be afford to buy.
Enticed by the demand for Kanchipuram saris, China recently jumped into the market. It dumped its own cheap artificial silk that cut into the sales of the domestic industry. Among the political parties, the DMK is wooing the community by ear-making spacing in all its poll manifesto. Besides shops for silk weavers, the party has announced it will set up silk parks. The AIA-DMK, however, has been silent. Akhilesh Suman's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, let's shift focus and get your news from Puducherry now. Well, the ruling AINRC in the Union Territory is yet to announce its poll strategy for the upcoming polls. This comes even as major political parties have announced their strategy for the polls that will be held on May 16th. The BJP, which contested the 2014 Lok Sabha polls in alliance with the AINRC, is likely to contest on its own. Congress and DMK have firmed up alliance with the former being allotted 21 seats and the latter not getting the remaining 9 segments. DMK's arch rival AIA-DMK has announced candidates for all the 30 seats in the Union Territory. Well, that's it on this edition of Verdict 2016. Have a good day.